Hi, hello. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to hop on before I get started, because I've been waiting all day to come on and put the words into place as I'm talking, because I was like praying before I started and I'm like, okay, God, just give me the words to say, because how do you put into words everything you've done in my life over the last 10 years? But not just that, like everything you've done in my life, even in the last 3. So first off, before we get started, I have to share this super cool planner. I'm a paper person, and so I love, hey baby, come here. I'm a paper person, so I love planners. I use Google Planner as well. And then I also have this one that I got off of Etsy, and I'll show it on my Instagram, but I'm obsessed. It has it organized with gratitude, self-care, my top 3 goals for the day. It has like monthly reflections, highlight, like it has everything I was searching for in a planner, which I'm obsessed. And it has like a leather bound soft like leather, which I love, a professional looking planner. But that's not why I'm coming on here. So let me get back into like my thing. So today was my largest check I've ever received in network marketing. If you don't know my story, I'm going to take you back a little bit, because I've been in network marketing for 5 years. I started in 2015. I wish I knew what month. I probably can go find that out, but I started in 2015, and I want to take you to that spot, because you hear me talking about my addiction. You hear me talking about a teen mom. You hear me talk about how I'm a college dropout. You hear me talk about all the statistic things, right? You know, which those are things that built me, which motivated me to get into change in the first place. Now let's talk about what was my pivotal point that made me start network marketing, because I started in 2015 and I started in the wrong vehicle. And so I want to share that with you, because what happened today for my family, which I'm going to share right now, because I need you to understand, my dogs are all out here. So if you hear panting, that's what's going on. But Nick got to come home full time from the city. He's been working for the city for over 10 years. He has everything that society would be like, stay at that job that has that pension, that has that retirement, that has that steady income, because that's what society has told us to do. That is how we are programmed on this world to do. We think that that's all that life can be, because that's all we've ever seen. Which I'm sure he has family. I'm sure I have family. I don't know, because I don't worry about what other people think that don't understand the decisions that we made as a family, and the things that he gets to do and align with his passions and his callings and his voice and his purpose in life. And that's my biggest thing. He is not meant to live off of someone else's life. When he has a wife that does what I do, my dogs are crazy. So when I prayed before we got married, I said, the man that's going to be with me is going to be a man that God uses in such a huge way, because I have such a calling on my life. That would happen on this. Who cares? Anyways, either you have dogs or you understand. So you guys, come here. If you don't know, I have 4 dogs, and I have my in-laws' dogs over here. My in-laws dog is over here as well, which is the brother of our puppy. And I love animals. I would literally have like 20 dogs if I could. But Tiffany, she's our rescue that's barking. She was a rescue. She was overbred and then dumped at the pound. So that's a whole nother story. I'll talk about them more. But Nick, he was programmed, work at that corporate America job. You work for the city now. That's Axel, you work for the city. I have 4 dogs, so you can do the math. He worked for the city for 10 years, and that was something that he was told. That's like what you arrived. You arrived at working at the city. You're now in a government job. You are set to go. And the thing about it is, when you are like programmed, that's all that you should accomplish in life. Like, hey, get that whatever career, right? You got to realize that those are things that we have just built in our own like culture, our own backgrounds, our own generational stuff, like what our parents have done, what our grandparents have done, what our whatever have done, right? Those are things we just programmed. So let's say you were raised by entrepreneurs, you would see entrepreneurship is something that's super like this: growth, alignment, finding things that make you passionate. But if you weren't raised by entrepreneurs, then that's not your normal. You're programmed to either go to school, get a job, whatever, right? So Nick never had to be like, what would I do if I had no limitations on myself? And that's a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are kind of where he's at that. Well, he's grown now since then, and he knows what he wants to do now. But a lot of us were so programmed to be on that hamster wheel that society has put us on that we don't know how to think bigger or think broader or not think limited or not think scared or not think what ifs, because like, oh my God, he walked away from a pension and a 401, like, and this is where I'm going with this. So Nick runs the business with me. We have an LLC. We are a business that I own. This business retired me and it's retired him now. You know, when we do our IVF, that's a full-time family that we're not missing out, raising babies and raising bank accounts and helping others do the same. But the thing about it is we have such a more desire of living in like freedom, not just financial freedom, but time freedom, joy around our marriage, like all different things. I want to go on missions trips. I want to give back. I want to like have dogs and kids and books and speaking gigs. Like that is my future. And the man that married me has the same thing. And so the thing about it is we have to move different to get different. Of course, it's uncomfortable doing something that you've been at for 10 years. He was uncomfortable, but I told him, follow your heart. If that's what you want to do, the moment I hit 200K, then do it. If you want to do that, then follow those hearts, but pray about it. Lead yourself to find that answer first. Don't just do it because your will's telling you. Follow the heart that God's putting that path. So that was what he put in his path. That's what he prayed about. He put his 2 weeks in. He's like, I've never felt so much peace in my life. Okay, so let's talk about full circle moments now, right? 2015, I started network marketing. I failed my way forward in that company. I still had a hunger. I've always had a hunger, even if I was in the wrong vehicle, even if it took me a little bit longer, even if I had to kind of grow and be a better person. I started network marketing in 2015. I was that girl. I was that girl that posted 6,000 times a day. I was that girl that messaged you and cold messaged you 6,000 times. I was that girl that posted spammy looking pictures and screenshotted emails and nothing but company stuff. And I was lost in the sauce, as you would like to say. But the thing about it is I was passionate and hungry for more. No matter what, I had hope and faith and a vision. Okay, it didn't matter how long it took. It didn't matter what I was doing. I just knew I was meant for more. And some of you have that in your heart right now as well. So the hardest thing to do is follow it. It's the hardest part is making that first move. It's the same thing when you're dating someone. You don't just go out and tell the first, like, I love you. It takes a lot of like, I'm going to tell that person I love you, and you have to like talk yourself through it. It's the same thing with starting a business. It's the same thing with starting anything. And so when it came to this, I found something that aligned. When I was in my other company, I didn't want to have to cold message. I didn't want to have my team spend money to make money. I didn't want to have my team go in and have auto ships and website fees and inventory requirements and boxing and charting and just all the things that shouldn't be a part of network marketing. And so when it came down to this, I thought that's how network marketing was because I was always told the grass is not greener. I was always scared to stay. I was scared into staying by my leadership because I was a triple diamond. And if you know what that is, you know what that is. And so when I was like pretty much faking it till I make it, like so broken behind the scenes, truly, and I was going through divorce at that time in 2016 was when that was, I decided that I don't care if I'm walking away from, 4 figures a month to find something that truly aligned with me. God had told my heart over and over and over and over on this company. I had a girl actually in a previous team try to get me to start with Le-Vel back when I first started with my previous company. I was like, there is no way I'm going to use a sticker. Never. It was a bunch of crap because it had just started. The business was only a couple years. We started Le-Vel was born pretty much in 2012, and we were a multi-billion-dollar company, like debt-free, which says a lot because 90% of network marketing companies, fun fact, have been through a bankruptcy. But 90% of network marketing produces the number one of millionaires in the world. Google it. What percentage of network marketers come from, or what percent of millionaires come from network marketing? Google it, and it speaks for itself. So listen to this. So I went from stepping away from $3,000 or more a month in my previous company to zero because I had taken 8 months off from it. I kept being pulled over here and pulled over here, but I was like, no, I'm not going to get back involved. There's no way I'm going to be a part of network marketing again. And then my anxiety was at its all-time high. I was in school full-time. I was working full-time. So if you know that story, you know that I was working 15 to 16-hour days 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I was working 16-hour days as a single mom because I had just got divorced in 2016. My husband met in 2016 at the end, but we didn't start dating until the middle of 2017. And so during that time, I was growing and finding myself, and like I had taken off from network marketing. I was never going to join it. And during that time, I was like, I'm going to start up being an esthetician because I love skin, I love makeup, and I did lashes. So I started being a lash artist. I had my own studio at my home. I was doing skin in school full time, working 15, 16-hour days as a single mom, and my anxiety was at its all-time high. I was drinking, and I'm not even exaggerating. If you know, you know. If you know me back then, you know. I was drinking like 5 to 6 coffees a day, and 90% of it was from Starbucks, which is $5 to $6 a day at that time. So the thing about it is, when I was like in this gap of like just kind of brokenness and trying to find myself again, Nick kind of fell into my lap. This business kept coming into my path. All these things just kept being presented to me in this path, and God's like, just trust me. And so I followed those tugs. Like Nick and I, we were never supposed to be together. Like it's just crazy how God works. And then this business, I was never going to start. You guys need to chill. My dogs are out of control. You guys need to stop. So they're having like a staring contest. They look like they're about to like play Lion King with each other. See? This is what I'm talking about. So when it comes to it, Nick and I moved in really fast with each other. And then in I started the business on January 2nd of 2018. It was right after Christmas time. I had put like 90% of my Christmas on credit cards. I had the rest on layaway. I worked for USAA full time. So I made great income, but I was still constantly paycheck to paycheck. Still constantly like exhausted, mom bee, running around on empty, being told how much I can make and how often I can get a raise and how much PTO I have. And it just wasn't for me anymore. And even being an esthetician, I didn't want to have to work off of someone else's time still. I was still being like, hey, what time are you available for your appointment so I can get you on the schedule? I'm still working off of someone else's time. Even though it's something I'm passionate about, I was more passionate about my future of being present and building my time the way I wanted it. I'm not meant to be like built off of someone else. I'm meant to live my life however I freaking want. I'm meant to speak to people and write books and pour into women and love on them and show my son that he can do anything you put your mind to. And then the future kids that I have, I get to be home with every single day and never miss a freaking moment. That's the thing I was fighting. When you know that stupid saying, and it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, that like money doesn't buy time. You're literally not in the right mindset if you don't realize that money buys time. The more money you make, the more time freedom you can have. And so the thing about it is that was always my passion because I missed out. Tiffany, stop it. I missed out on so much of my son's life when he was little. And so 6 months in, I retired myself, which you guys know this story. I'm so thankful for this business. But I was stuck at the second highest rank. So it's called 80K, which is the second highest rank in our company. I was there for 2 years. 2 years. Not like 6 months, not like 30 days, not like whatever. Most of you quit network marketing in like 2 weeks to 3 months to 6 months because you don't see shit happening fast enough. My first paycheck in network marketing was $11. $11. And I didn't care. I was grateful for that 11 because it's $11 I did not have. Okay? You want to know what happened today? I had a multiple 5-figure week, not a month check. Week. And I don't say that to brag. I say that so humbly because guess what? You can too. But it takes grit, it takes perseverance, it takes a vision, it takes hunger, and it takes changing other people's lives in the meantime. And your half-ass effort and your laziness or your excuses or justifications are just boring. You keep living in them. Do you want to hear how God works in full circle moments? Because I could care less about the income. I make amazing income right now, even without a bonus. Even without that $200,000 bonus that I earned, I still would have been happy with or without it because I've built a residual income that changed my life and my family's life. Like multiple 5 figures. What would that do in 1 week for making someone's salary in 1 week? It doesn't seem possible. And a lot of you are like, yeah, right, blah, 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 blah. I don't need to prove anything because I'm not here to show flashy things and prove something to you. What I'm here to do is to show you and proofs in the pudding. So here's how God works. Last year, Nick and I got married on March 13th of 2020. Okay? The day after the pandemic happened, everything shut down. And last year, we also hit 80K on Nick's account. Also, we're a double 80K team. My husband was an 80K and I was an 80K. So that's like one cool thing. So last month, on the 29th, we hit the top of the company. I hit 200K. In March, the same month that we got married last year, the same month that we had promoted before, okay, which is super cool. Now listen to this part, okay? So today is the 13th. We got married on the 13th. Today was my husband's last day in the city, full-time, on the 13th, the day that we got a multiple 5-figure paycheck, the day that he stepped out in faith, not fear, the day that we got 13 must be a lucky number for our family. Because you got to understand, you guys, you have to realize this is not built through easy. If you want easy, then that's why you're probably hanging around drug dealers or people that manipulate people or people that sell cars and lie to people, like all the things. I was a car dealer, so I can say that. But if you really, really, really realize this and understand entrepreneurship, understand success is a mindset. It's not a number. Success has nothing. I am successful because my mind reflects that. I have a millionaire mindset. Not because of my bank account. My bank account never looked like that until my mind started to look like that. Let me repeat that for you. My bank account never looked like that until my mind started to look like that. Your mind has to arrive at the destination before your life ever will. Your husband doesn't support you? Boo freaking who, and grow some big girl panties on and move on. My husband didn't believe in me at first, and guess what? He just came home today. Let me repeat that. My husband didn't believe in me at first and used to argue with me because I would be on my phone. He used to talk crap about this at the beginning because he never was with anyone that was in network marketing. He used to be thinking I was talking to guys at first because he was insecure for a hot second at the beginning because we were at the beginning of our relationship. I've been through it all, girl. But guess what? I didn't give a shit what he had to say. And it's not that I didn't respect him. And it's not that I didn't love him. It's my vision, not his. It was my desire, not his. It was my dreams and vision that God put in my heart, not his. And because of me holding tight to that part, and being disciplined, being consistent, being hungry, being aligned in my mind and in my heart. You see my morning routine every single day. You see me talk vulnerably about my struggles and share the things I've gone through. You see me not use my life as an excuse, but as a freaking opportunity to show you you can. And you're all on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all this bullshit, just wasting your time scrolling, watching everyone else's life, wishing that you had it, but staying in your own crap. And that is not a problem with life. Your economy doesn't define your income. Wait, let me repeat this. Your economy does not define your income. Your government does not define your income. Your news does not define your income. Your family does not define your income. Your spouse does not define your income. Your children do not define your income. Nothing but what you believe in and the God that you serve. Because when there is a mountain in front of you, it is for you to show others that you can move it. You will see me within the next 5, not 10, because I'm going all in on bigger goals for myself, speaking on a stage. Probably at Thrive-A-Palooza for my company, speaking on stage next year. You will see me writing books. You will see me leading Bible studies. You will see me and my husband doing podcasts on marriage and growth. And you think I don't deal with people that talk behind my back or say something they don't understand about me because they think that I'm better than them because I've accomplished X, Y, and Z? That is not a me problem. That is their problem. That is a reflection of their heart, not who I am. And you got to realize it took a lot of growth to get to that part, because I've been through leadership growth. I've been through mindset growth. I've been through family growth. Like, heck, I mean, my dad doesn't follow me on Facebook or his wife, so I can say it very loudly. If you want to know how my life can be behind the scenes, my dad is married to a 27-year-old and he's 59. Jaw drop. I don't mean the throw up sign, but I mean jaw drop. And you think I don't go through things behind the scenes and family and all the things? But do you think I care? Because who they are, I get to be a light to. Just because maybe they live different lives than I align with. Maybe whoever. I have family members that don't get what I do or don't understand me or judge me for who I was 10 years ago. That drug addict, that person that was mouthy and rebellious and mean and like feisty all the time. They still hold me there, because guess what? They don't know who I am today, because guess what? I make them uncomfortable. And because they see the light in me that shines through God, not the same things that they're in. And so I have to be a light. I have to show up and grow. I have to lead my team, my family, my friends, everyone by being me. Me. That is the key. You want the key to change? You want the key to growth? You want your change to your financial future? Stop trying to be like everyone else and be you, love you, get disciplined for you, because integrity is staying committed to what you said you would do when no one was looking. I'm my own cheerleader. And the thing about it is you can't quit. You can't quit. I rather go through the hardest seasons in my life. Thank you. I rather go through the hardest seasons in my life and be growing through them and facing them and falling forward and lifting my hands up, because only God can take my burdens, than to constantly being woulda, shoulda, coulda, what if. You are not meant to live in a life that is on a hamster wheel, constantly going to work and clocking in, going home, going to bed, waking up, repeating. Or you're not supposed to be in that toxic relationship that keeps you stuck and stagnant and self-sabotaging and insecure. You're meant for more. But you have to decide. And so I'm sharing this with you because my family's life changed today. Changed in every single way possible today. And I see so many of you guys that are still in the exact same spot. And it breaks my heart. because I see you wanting a healthy marriage. I see you wanting to raise kids that show like strength and courage and love and growth. I see you wanting to walk into a store and not be stressed about gas or freaking groceries. I see you hating yourself when you look in the mirror. I've been every single spot that you have. The difference is I started to surrender to the one person that, or what, like the God of the everything that changes everything. And I started to do the work in here. And the more I did the work in here, the more I started to get consistent, the more I started to grow, the more I started to want more. But if you don't have a vision for anything, then that's okay. But you have to have something in your heart that you want more in. There has to be something. Like, I have people sometimes that will come in my inbox and want paper, literally chasing paper. And I'm like, babe, I'm not going to be able to mentor you. I don't work with people that just want a freaking fat bank account. Because you can go do everything else out in the world that will give that. But you won't change in here and you'll quit. That's why you quit, or you half-ass things. Or you're still stuck in the exact same spot you were. Because you don't have a hunger in here, because you're not growing in here, because it's hard to face you. It's hard to face. Oh my God, the growth I've gone through in the last 2 years. Like, if you were a part of my team, even like back when I first started with Lavelle, like, hi, hello, let me reintroduce myself, because I am not the same woman or leader or even mom or spouse or anything. But it took a lot of freaking work, and I have never arrived. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm never going to have it all together. I have hot mess days. I look like a teenage child in like puberty right now with how much acne, and I have a filter on, and I don't care. Like, the thing about it is, be you for you. That's it. There's no such thing as failing in this industry. There's just quitting. You can quit all damn day just like everyone else does. You're either the 99 or you're the 1. And some of you hate when I say that because you're still the 99, and it's okay. It is okay. You can decide within a single moment that you're done being stuck. And it's hard. But you know what's harder? Looking back. Okay, let me put this in a perspective. You can go watch it on Trent Shelton on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. He has it on there. When you die, are all these things at your funeral gonna matter to you? Is that job that you're slaving over gonna matter to you? Are those moments, like, what are you gonna look back with either the regret of your potential, the calling that God has created you for, the woman or man that you were designed to be, and all that used potential that you could have done for this world? Is that gonna die in the grave with you? Because for me, I will never choose the easy to stay comfortable. Tiffany, no digging. Come here, Tiff. I will never choose the easy. I will never choose the half-ass. If you want change, you have to stop being a victim. You have to be a victor. If you want growth, you have to start doing the uncomfortable. If you feel comfortable, that means you're not growing. It's that simple. If you feel stagnant or stuck in life, then you're not moving. You guys make it so hard, and it's so simple. It's just hard to do different because it takes patterns, it takes habits, it takes consistency, it takes mindset. We all live in this world that failure's bad and that motivation's always there. I'm not motivated every day. I'm not waking up every day. Well, okay, I have since January, because I've really just found a love and a bliss differently and peace differently. But you think I haven't gone through seasons, and I'm sure I will, that were hard and I didn't wake up always joyful? Of course. That's the beautiful thing about it, is I took that pain, I took that stuff, and I turned it into even more purpose. Because I can help someone else that's going through that. I can go through and talk about those things. It's not about perfect. It's about not giving up. It's about putting the foot forward. And because of that, and I'm ending it because I've been rambling, and you're probably like, holy crap, is she going to stop talking or breathe? But because of that, my family is going to be a full-time family. Because of that, we literally can walk in when we decide to do IVF and be like, here's a check day one. My husband gets to be home with his first child, and never miss a moment. He gets to go open a business or do whatever he wants to do or run our business that we have right now. Because he's learning. You think this man is already kind of like having little things tick, like how to take pictures, how to do better content for me, how to start. I'm trying to get him to go live with me, but that's a whole nother story. But like, it's just different. It's different when you start catching a vision, but that vision won't happen until you start willing to grow. Your dream develops. I started this business, you guys, because I couldn't afford my car anymore. My 2015 Dodge Journey. And I'm not hating that car, but that was the car. It was $450 a month, and I would call my dad every month crying because I had just got divorced. I was a single mom, working full-time at USAA, in school full-time, at night as an esthetician, driving a car I couldn't afford. And I was like, I got to get back involved in network marketing because I had left my previous company for 8 months, and I was like, yep, I need something to do, and I need a community, and I need a paycheck again because I can't live off of a 9-to-5. Even as a career, as an insurance broker. Nope. And so, I don't know who needed this tonight. I hope someone does. And if that's something, is that someone's you, and this is something that's just been on your heart, I'm going to pray over you that God just helps you like truly tap into that desire in your heart, that tug that's in your heart, that feeling that's in your heart that keeps leading you back to here, because it's for a reason. And I just pray that you follow that tug and that you just follow those desires in your heart, because God has such a purpose in that. And I get it's scary, and I get it's going to take work, and I get it's going to be all new or whatever path you've come from. Okay? But I promise you, your life will change. I promise. And it's not going to be in a year. Who knows? It could be. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know your mindset. I don't know your eagerness. You have to be willing to shift the energy in who you want to be and stepping into that every single day. Okay? So, I love you guys. I hope someone got something out of this. This was way longer than I planned, but that's okay. Thanks, guys.